Hello to everybody. Happy day, happy Sunday. Great to see everyone here today. We got an amazing live stream today. And I'm excited to see people from around the world coming. We heard yesterday there's going to be people from Indonesia. We got people from Korea, even though it's 2 a.m. A lot of Koreans stay up super late. And I have an amazing agenda for you because we had so many questions this last week. And so I have lots to answer. And of course, we're going to do a live Q&A here today. And there's some recent news articles I'm going to cover as well. So let us know in the chat too what you guys want to talk about today. Seems like we had a week of questions. And I know we introduced a lot of stuff as well. And it's just the beginning. There's a ton of stuff coming for late summer, early fall that I'm super excited about. We got Minnesota, California, Florida. Good. I hope this time frame works for everybody. New Mexico, never been down there. Even Brooklyn, Eva in Brooklyn. So there's some pieces of news today that are really cool for us in the aesthetic market in the USA. And if you see any news articles, by the way, let me know, send them over to me, and you can always contact us on IG or a lot of times through the comments here, because the news articles are something we can cover and I can let you know about. One of them is something called Profhilo or Profhilo, depending how you pronounce it. So for those of you that are from the UK, it's even in Asia, of course. I know it from London, from Harley Street in London. That's where I first heard about Profhilo. And there was an announcement this week that it's coming to the USA. We'll get into that in a minute, and what it is, what it means for the market. But I thought we're going to start off with that, a couple news articles. Then we're going to also get into a face that I put up this week. If you don't follow the YouTube community section, you should, because we put up cool things there and it's evolving. But I put up a face. A lot of you picked up on it, what happened to the face. I'm going to show that face. It's not a true before and after, but it demonstrates what happens when we treat the jowl. So that's just a quick little piece that we'll put in there. We got GR Oz here. Wonderful. You comment a lot. Good to see you here. And we had skin tightening this week, talked about skin tightening and devices. Why is everyone interested in devices? Because 99.9% of people don't want surgery, can't get surgery, can't afford surgery, don't know where to go, and don't want the risks or the scar tissue. It's not that surgery is bad. It can be the only solution sometimes when people want to get to a certain stage or when their skin gets to a certain stage. But the majority of people want to optimize their skin without surgery. And so skin tightening and devices is always intriguing. They've never been better. And so we had a lot of questions on the technology that I learned about in Korea. That was exhaustive for a couple of weeks over there, but I'm answering those questions on that. And of course, with all of that, how many people know what this is? Put in the comments here. Do you guys know what this is? Comment if you know. Some of you might know this one, but for those that don't, we're going to go through it because I was surprised at the response to this. And yeah, a lot of people are getting exactly what this is. So you guys can read in the comments. Remember, the comments help us know, it helps us grow and helps us tailor the live stream, because ultimately these live streams are about you to give foundation to everything in the videos, because very rarely do people come on and talk about their videos. But it's something we can do. We have the capacity and the capability because I live and breathe this stuff. So I'm happy to come on here and answer questions live, just like I do on stage at the conferences. That's the ultimate test of knowledge. And we're happy to do that for you guys to make it worthwhile. One of the questions we had on this was, hey, there are cheaper products out here. Yours is too expensive. That's something we want to address today too. So yeah, I'm going to present some stuff on Spicules because there's a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt, and a lot of misconceptions. So we'll go through that too. So let's start with Profhilo. Put up the run of show real quick so people can see. Some of you are visual. And so let's do a little visual look at what the run of show is today. So we do have a giveaway. I always forget about the giveaways, which is probably the number one reason many of you are here, but it's great because the bigger we grow, and when you're on here now, tell your friends, send them the link. Rajani's live, get them over here. The bigger we grow, the more we give away, the more our pricing gets better, and the more importantly than pricing is bringing over cool products for you guys that I see on my travels all around the world. We'll go through Spicules. I got a few slides to answer only the questions you guys ask me. I put like the top 5. You'll love that. It's going to be fun. We're going to try and bring in a live, I call her a Korean skin expert, but she knows a lot more about Korea. She lives over there. And if you saw in my video how I came onto this particular brand of Spicules as I was studying them, you'll see if you watch that video. And she reached out on Instagram and said, hey, is that me you're talking about in the video? I go, yeah, do you want to come on? So it's 2 a.m. in Korea. We'll see if we can get her on and we'll do a little interview here. Let's talk about the number 1 skin tightening device in Korea. And there's a lot of questions on that as well. And then we're going to talk about shots of energy to the face, because I was surprised you guys didn't know or had a lot of questions on shots. I'll put it that way. When I talked in the video yesterday about shots of energy with XTherma, and then I put a little quick segment in an AI. And I know that a lot of people have a visceral feeling about AI and you don't like AI. When I was in Dr. Shin's clinic, if you watch the video from yesterday, I'm going to put the complete video up. I had no idea you guys want to watch the whole video, but in the comments you said, I want to see the whole video. I want to see the whole video. So yesterday I edited it down to a palatable amount, and I'll put that up maybe next Tuesday or something. So I'll put the whole video up. But when I was in the clinic, I walk into the clinic in Korea, and as I'm in the waiting room and everything, one of her assistants came over and said, oh, you're Dr. Rajani. Would you like a free AI consult? What do you think my knee-jerk reaction was? Put in the comments here. I walk into a Korean clinic. It was 9 a.m. Of course, when you're at these events, you're up till 2, 3 in the morning. I'm dragging in there. And the person says, would you like a free AI consult while you're waiting? What would my response be to that question? I see, yes, of course. Lisa's saying, yes, of course. Giselle is no. How many ppms in the spicules? Forget about ppms, but we'll talk about it. But a lot of people have questions that it doesn't matter how many are in there, but I'll tell you why. You said no, thanks. And heck yes. It's very interesting, the response. Obviously, AI is really important to me in coming into aesthetics because it's coming. Yes, you said, I said, no way. I didn't want it. That was my knee-jerk reaction, was I didn't want it done. And then it literally took me probably 2 or 3 minutes of sitting there saying, I was thinking about all of you guys. And I was like, they're going to want to know this. So I said, yeah, I'll do it. But I still didn't want to do it. I'll show you a picture of that. I'll show you that today, AI, and I'll show you a company in the US that's actually at the forefront of this, but it's coming. And I'll tell you why it's important. And the AI pictures that you get actually gives this real data. So I'll spend 10 minutes on it because it's really important for me and for you. AI is coming to aesthetics. I saw it in China, of course, and in Hong Kong. And then you see it less so in Singapore, Thailand, Korea. You see it more, I would say. It's right up there with China. But depending in Southeast Asia where you see it, I'll be in Europe coming up, so I'll let you know what I see there this year. But imagine my knee-jerk to that was no, I don't want my face analyzed. Terrible. But I'm in the industry and I said that, so I know what your reaction might be. Now, we'll take a second here. Tell your friends the live stream is on. Tell them, let's get the numbers up. Let's pop everything up today. Let them know, hey, we're going to go through spicules. We're going to go through XTherma. We're going to go through facial analysis. And let's see if we can bring somebody on. Okay, so let's start with Profhilo. Let's go through two things of news that I think are important. And then if you guys like these news kind of segments of the new stuff coming through, but let's put Profhilo up so they see what that looks like. Profhilo. Now, let's see if we have people from Europe here. You guys know this very well. It's been Europe for a long time. Like I said, I learned of Profhilo through a place called Harley Street, which is if you're in aesthetics and you go to the UK, you go to London, England, you're going to go to Harley Street. That's where you're going to end up. Now, anybody in the UK can do these treatments. Okay, so do you want to switch gears and go to Spicules? It's 2 a.m. in Korea. And so he is maybe just kind of ready to come on. And there you are. How are you doing?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you for joining us all the way from Korea.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
How are you awake at this hour?
I mean, I'm excited to join the live, so I don't really feel that tired yet. Maybe after the live, I would probably just faint to sleep.
Well,
But
when
I'm all
I'm
good
in
now.
Korea, I try and go out to eat early sometimes. So I'll try and go out at like 4 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. It's like the place is closed down. I'm looking at what holiday is happening here. And then I go back at 10, 11, 12, 1 at night, and it's hustling and bustling. There's food everywhere.
Yeah, that's correct. So Koreans, they're awake until very, very late, so it's no problem.
Yeah. So I love that about the culture, though. I just change how I am. So did you get to see my video on Spicules? You have to
Yes,
say yes.
of course, I've watched everything. My whole team watched it, and not just us. We have been sharing your videos to our partners around the world because they were so educational, so full of information that are actually correct. Because most of the time, people get them wrong, and they were so easy to understand the way you presented it. So we have been using it, sharing it the last few days. So thank you again for um, trusting our products and using them and sharing it with the people.
Yeah. No, thank you. Well, what was the most interesting to me, and I think important for everyone here to hear, when I went over there and I obviously talked and met with you, tried all the products, and I've been looking at Spicules for a long time. But then when I was in Korea and went to your location and met everyone there and the operation that you have going, what struck me the most, I said, hey, usually when I send, hey, there's 10 questions, I'm coming tomorrow, I want these answered, people run away. I might not hear from companies. I got a PowerPoint back within 4 hours. Dr. Rajani, we're happy to see you. We're so excited to talk science. And I thought, this is a kind of a joke. Can't be real. But they were so happy to talk science with me.
Yes. I I was in Bangkok when you visited, and I was just so sad I couldn't join. But my teammates actually shared with me that you shared your questions with them. But for us, it was really exciting because the depth of your questions really showed that you truly understand and have truly deep questions about our technology and our products, which kind of got us more exciting. So I heard my teammates stayed up in the office until like 11 at night to prepare the answers for your questions. And that itself was a really helpful um, it helped them learn more as well because they had to prepare the answers to your questions, and they studied deeper and deeper about a technology, what science materials we have. So it was a great experience for us as well.
Well, I tell you what, I just I consider like a man of the world in a sense. So I'm not coming down on specific countries, but I will tell you a lot of times in the country that I'm in, when you ask science, people take off. And I think part of
Yes.
that is because Instagram, social media here, from what I see, plays such a big role in
Mhm.
patients being driven into clinics that people just want TikTok and Instagram. And that the negative part of that is when you ask science questions, no one wants to answer because they can just throw up an influencer and sell a ton of product without the science. the opposite. The same was through with the XTherma that I went to see, and even Xerf is in. I checked all of those out. When I talk science, they all want to talk science, but I think that's what allows Korea to be a leader. If they get away from that, they're going to fall. But as long as you guys maintain that, tell me this: in terms of spicules, tell us how they're positioned in Korea. I'm actually, as you know, when you and I first met, I'm over the moon excited about spicules because the glass skin concept and what they can do. Give us a Korean perspective of how they fit into a routine. How do Koreans use them? Give what would you say to all these people from around the world, but also America, Canada, and the UK, and around Europe? That's who we have here today.
Right. So Spicules actually has been around since a few decades, I believe, in the aesthetic field. But I feel like the Spicules they were used to a few decades ago were mostly for peeling purposes. So they would use them as like scraping off the surface of the skin, which I don't think is utilizing the best of the potential of Spicules, because Spicules basically help the absorption of good ingredients. For example, hyaluronic acid, collagen. Now, these ingredients are all of very big molecular sizes, which don't really absorb on its own if you just put them topically onto your face. So I think, Koreans, they're crazy about skincare. They want to make sure everything they put on their face actually do the work. So they are implementing spicules into their skincare routine to help with the absorption of the other skincare products that they're using. But like you have mentioned, our spicules would position slightly differently because ours isn't just helping with the absorption of any topicals that you put on top, but also specifically delivering the GHK peptides, like you mentioned, because they are actually bonded to the spicule. So there have been different approaches in using spicules in the skincare products, but I mean, I am proud to say that our technology is the most advanced of them all. But yeah.
People here know me like it's the top of the top of the top, right? Forever, because the way for me, this is just a group of people. We're all trying to do the same thing. I'm living what I hope they're trying to live, which is optimize our aesthetics without doing surgery. But when surgery is needed, we do. Surgery's fine. It's nothing wrong. But we're a group of people trying to get the best outcomes, and that's why I bring everything in that I do. And by far, I will say yours are the top. One of the things you're so smart with, I mean, I don't know how long you've been around doing this stuff for, but you're absolutely right about the first 2013 is the first time that I saw spicules and looked into them. And exactly that. It was for peeling. What's interesting as well, so many people are asking me with Idanel, they ask, one of their top questions is, will I peel using these? So some people historically remember what you're talking about. Can you comment on what they can expect for peeling? We've also had some people that didn't feel anything, by the way, a minority, but they're like, I'm worried because I don't feel prickling.
Well, the products that you can find with Dr. Rajani's platform would be the Nourishing Cream and the Boosting Serum. Now, those two are in lower concentrations of the spicules than the ones that you can find in clinics, because we do have the in-clinic protocol as well, which is why some people might not be able to feel it. But I really, really want to emphasize that there is an optimal concentration of spicules. It doesn't mean that having millions and 10 millions of spicules in one treatment would do the best results. That's basically microneedling like hours and hours on your face, and you're going to say you're going to have the results. So it's always the right amount, which is what we want to focus on. And because we have the lower concentration, and these are for maintenance protocol at home, we focused on helping the enhancement of absorption and routine care, so that you're not going to see any peeling. You're not going to see redness that's going to happen, because these are made with the optimal concentration to use routinely at home.
You see, right off the bat, America, This is it. Like, I watched a few people from the World Cup come over here because we have a lot of people coming to America for the World Cup, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, Costco! You know, you buy a bag of chips. I know in Korea you buy all the little things and everything. You buy a bag of chips. The bag of chips is huge. You get a.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh my god, I got the big gulp soda." I mean, these are creatines that I take, you know, for when I don't want to take a creatine shake. But this would be, multiply this by 4, and that's the big gulp soda they're drinking. So they love being in America because it's supersized. What you said, I spend decades educating people that more doesn't mean better. And we're actually talking that with density, Xerf, XTherma that we covered yesterday, because people want to facelift with, and they want to burn the face off so it lifts when the burn goes away. What you're talking about with spicules, I love that you said it's always the correct concentration.
Mhm.
It's just with red light. Americans are focused on, hey, I want more power, the better. No, it's photobiomodulation. You want the right wavelength at a low level to stimulate the mitochondria. But with spicules, many people ask that. And just to tell people, there is the in-clinic version that I think, do you believe that clinics are going to start offering them? Because I do, and they're higher concentrations, and I've had that done, and that is intense. I would say not for home use, but tell us about for home use, how you recommend people use it, how many times a week that you see from experience in Korea.
So we've got the nourishing cream, the one in the golden needle form. So that is made for a bit more concentrated home care routine. So it's going to be once every 3 days. I wouldn't recommend to use it every day. If you are new to spicules and you've never tried using any spicule products before, I would recommend you can start with smaller areas of your face. So maybe, for example, your eyes, next to your eyes, the periorbital layers, and maybe your nasolabial folds or your pore sizes around here, maybe just a little bit of your wrinkles over here. And then you can increase the area that you're using. Then you can move on to your whole face. The boosting serum, however, it's a lower concentration version, which you can use every day, every night before your cream. So this, I wouldn't recommend to just finish it with the boosting serum, because that is going to open up the channels, which might make you feel a bit more dry. So the recommended protocol will be cleanse your face, maybe use a skin toner that you usually use at home, and then the boosting serum, and then a cream that you could use post, I don't know, your night cream or any creams that you have at home. So that would be
You know,
my
I'm a big fan of that one cream, and maybe I'll bring it in for the people, but I even sent that to one of my formulators, your cream, because I like the consistency of it. What do you call that one? You sent me
it's
an
called
extra one.
it's called the locking cream. We call it the locking cream because it locks in all the good ingredients on your face.
Well, I really like that locking cream. You brought up something, I want to clarify something. So I obviously have both of these, okay, these products. For people that have both, this is the one that you could potentially use every day. You want to start slow, but you could use every day. The cream one I like because it's complete. So when I'm traveling, it's kind of a complete cream, but this is the serum. Do you have any people that use the serum and the cream in the same day or layer them, or can you talk about that?
Yes, we do have our very loyal customers who have been using it for more than a few years have actually layered them, and we do learn from our consumers as well. So they do the boosting serum first for the full face, and then the nourishing cream on areas that they are more concerned about. For example, you could do it on the full face, to double layer, that's fine. But then if you, again, when you're starting off with 2 layers, then I would recommend to start off with more concerned areas first, and then you can move on to the full face.
And I think the other thing, a lot of people, we have people from around the country and understand America is a big country. Canada is even a bigger country, meaning there's not a lot of centers where people have access to treatments, like meaning Ulthera, Thermage,
Yeah.
XTherma. And this is just entering clinics now, as you know. So a lot of people won't have access to it. But how I see it too, for those people that want to step it up, they may not have access to clinics that have the clinic spicules. layering these can give them more towards a clinic type of treatment. I don't know if
Yeah.
you like, that's how I do it, you know, because I do have the medical grade doctor ones, of course.
Yeah.
But even for me with traveling, I'm in the water, doing sports, all this stuff. I rather tailor it to what I'm doing. Like the next 3 days aren't windy. I'm not going to be on the water. I'm doing my spicules today because I'm just going to be more indoors, whether that makes sense. Now, we do have a lot of people ask night or morning.
Nourishing cream, I would recommend to use it at night because, again, it is actually helping open up channels and deliver ingredients, enhance absorption. Now, that would mean it's better to do it at night before you go, when you don't have any sun exposure. If you put it in the morning, make sure you do full SPF protection so that you don't get hyperpigmentation. I mean, it's a low risk, but it may happen. We always want to stay safe.
Just
So
like with
yes,
microneedling, if you
yes,
know, a much lower level, but consider it like that. I would.
yes,
Why not do it at night? That's the way I look at it. Why not?
exactly.
But like we have a lot of people that don't ever leave the house. Like a lot of people work at home. Doesn't matter when they do it. Like some days I
Yeah.
know I'm not leaving the house or the office, right? You can do it. A good
I com-
question someone asked here, what about the neck?
Well, yes, they are actually phenomenal for the neck wrinkles. I have a few cases about the neck as well. Um, I do want to point out that because the spicules might stay inside for your skin for about 1 to 2 days. If you wear any clothes with colors that kind of cause friction around the neck area, you might feel a slight itch, which I would emphasize not to scratch because that's going to cause more redness, but they are phenomenal for the neck. So I recommend please try it.
I've been using it on my neck. Like, and no problems, or the neck's going to exfoliate. For people that don't know, like eyes, the eye area heals up quick. You never put these in your eyes. Make sure you don't get it in your eyes. But the eye area skin tends to heal quick. The cheek is a thicker dermis, and the neck is thinner, and so it exfoliates at a different rate than the rest of the face or the eyes. But so I use them less, but I still use them because I think for crepey skin,
Mhm.
they're pretty amazing, right? Like I don't, you tell me, I'm just telling you my experience. They want to know from you, but I find the crepey skin is where you see a nice difference with these.
Yes. I think it also comes with the consistency because we wanted to make sure um the formula isn't too dry or isn't it's gonna make the skin too dry. So we tried the name kind of says it. It's a nourishing cream. So it helps nourish as well. So it's very, very good for crepey skin as well.
Now, here's one that if you don't want to answer, it's okay. I just say what I say all the time, and people there's people out there that want to hang me upside down. I get it, but I just say what I say in the world of aesthetics because it's what I believe and what I learn. And as you know, it's backed by science and what I see in the real world. But I tell you this, I've told you, I've looked into spicules and different products for over 10 years. I also, when I became more interested in your product, I have a closet full of spicules upstairs that I purchased online. And even when I go, you know, when you go to these congresses, I leave with a garbage bag full. Everyone wants to give me their stuff. So I've
Mhm.
got other spicule companies. I will just tell you my experience, and I've given them a good shot at trying them. The results don't come close. I feel like I get redness, I get inflammation. More importantly, I can feel the tingling, but I just don't see results or that smooth skin like I did
Mhm.
with yours. And I'm just saying that I could have anything in my store, and I'd love to have $40 products because I'd be a multi-gazillionaire because that's what people want to buy. Yours products are, I would say, a little more expensive for people, but I'll tell you, in my experience, nothing of this in the spicule realm came close to the results we see. That's my experience. I know in Korea there's different spicule products. Can you comment about, because a lot of people will ask about $50 products, $40, and if you don't want to answer that, that's fair. I answer it, but that's been my experience.
I mean, I would love to answer that because that's basically where we ace at. So, like
Mhm.
you mentioned, there's so many Spicule products in the market. I think I could say the three main differentiators. Number one is the purification process, like you mentioned. There are many Spicule products. I can guarantee you can even find it on Amazon. Some might see, okay, I heard Spicules are great.
I bought some off Amazon to test them. I buy Amazon products to see how legit they are.
And then they will say, oh, the cream is so expensive, I'll just buy it and I'll just use it myself. Some might find that way. But you would realize some Spicule products that you find are green in color or gray in color. Now, that is because they are not purified. Now, imagine you get the sponge from the fresh water or the sea and you don't even purify them and you just use it on your face. Now, that's going to cause inflammation. That's going to cause the itch. That's going to cause the redness, which we purify a 9-step procedure, very thorough procedure to make sure that it has close to zero impurities inside our product. So that is one differentiator that I can guarantee we are different from the rest.
Number one, pure spicules. And I think that's right there is enough to differentiate it. But that number one is pure spicules. Number two? Oh, I wanted to hear number two. She'll come back in a second. If you can hear us, you just froze a little bit, but we'll see. She'll come back. There you are. Sorry. We're at number two.
Yes, number two is again with the effects. Because we have the GHK peptides attached to the spicules, the results, it's very obvious that it should be different, because it's not just saying, okay, the channels are open, now let everything else in. That's not it. Ours actually have the GHK peptides bonded to the spicules, which makes the difference. And this technology, bonding the GHK peptides to the spicules, our technology is patented in over 20 countries, and it's our unique technology, which no other spicule companies can follow, which I would say that makes a difference again.
People, while you're thinking of number three, it's late in Korea. So as you're thinking of number three, just to tell people how hard that is to do, to get a patent, to get that glutathione bond. I'm in the factory, so I can tell you guys, that's not done. A lot of the products that you're getting here in America and that are made in America, different countries that you're buying on Amazon, just what you said there, because some of the companies, one of the companies I work with in Korea, they had 62 studies. So I'm up presenting something on stage, and the guy comes up, the head guy comes up, oh, Dr. Rajani, we're at 72 studies now. Like within 6 months, I was outdated because they added another 10 studies to their, but that's a rarity. What you've done there is extremely hard to do and very expensive. So now you can go to number three. So I love it.
So number three is somewhat close to number one, but it's a fact that many people don't really know. So it's I would say a secret.
We love these, by the way, things that people don't know. It's like a YouTube hook. Nobody knows this, but
the spicules actually have different lengths. Now, this is very important. Many of the time, the spicules, because they're very small and thin, through the manufacturing procedure, the spicules break and they just become powder-like. So you can feel the prickliness, but it actually doesn't do anything. It's just like small shatters of glass, and that's it. We have a thorough process of filtering where we filter the spicules in different lengths to make sure that all the spicule lengths are uniform inside our products. Now, sometimes if you get the spicule products from the market and you see them with the microscope, you would be able to see them broken up. So some are just this small, some are this long. They're just doing their own thing. But ours, we make sure they are all uniform to make sure it has the same results all the time you do. So the three facts are over there. And one last thing I just wanted to point out. Many times people just, and I think the problem is social media and marketing. People make they market it as if spicules are just a miraculous cosmetic product that you can find. But I think because they give the results, they also have to be very, very carefully looked at, which is why we only try to work with doctors like Dr. Rajani, registered doctors and professionals, because they need to be through guided professionals like yours. So you would make sure that the consumers who are getting the products from you are educated properly, they know how to use them properly, because otherwise, like I said, it doesn't mean it's good if you just use them every day. You need to know the right protocol. So that's why, again, I want to emphasize, even if you want to try Spicules with other brands, okay, go try it. But please, you need to follow the guidance by our lovely doctor, Dr. Rajani, because he's the
You
best.
know, it drives me crazy, not from a personal point of view, but from the point of view of the person, the patient, the client, whatever you want to, not getting results, buying junk, and then be like, well, your product's more expensive or too expensive. The people have to understand, I don't care if someone needs a cheap product, I can't help them. Like how I learned this first is in clinic. Someone came in and sat in front of me, and I say, Rabat, I'm fairly expensive. I'm going to get you your result. You're going to have to pay. I cost money, but guess what? In my mind, I'm the best. Meaning, if I was coming in, I want to see someone like myself that knows the anatomy, that's not going to cause problems. I'm talking fillers and stuff. And the gal said to me, she looked me in that. This was many years ago. I learned so much, like you said, from my patients. The girl looked me in the eye, and I said, "Okay, here it comes." And she goes, "Doctor, the most expensive things in life I've ever purchased are those that do not work." And that was before Amazon. That was like before you maybe have even been born. So that may have been back then. And she said that to me, and it stuck with me. And I say it now: the most expensive things you buy are those that don't work. Well, all the I probably spent of my own money several thousands of dollars that I have spicules sitting upstairs. I could show them. None of them have really worked. I put them on the back of my hands. I've tried different ways that they didn't work. How expensive is that versus this here with a refill lasts me. For those that don't know, there's a refill in the box, of which I'm going to show after you're gone today and we let you go to bed. It's 3 a.m. there now. I'm going to show people how to unlock it and what the cap means and different things, but it even comes with a refill here. This lasts me a long time. I don't need a lot of product, and I do treat my neck. So like the most expensive thing you purchase is that which does not work. But with Amazon, that accentuated everything, because people are used to either just send it back or just throw it out because it was only $40. That goes to the dump. That's your carbon footprint. It drives me crazy. So long story, I'm with you. We don't care about everyone in the world. We care about those people that are in the niche that want education, want the best. Now, some people are asking, I know it's late for you, but we'll take a couple questions from the people. Is that okay?
Yeah, of course.
So they want to know about using it with, and you can do rapid fire if you want. We can do you can do 3 sentences, whatever you want.
Okay.
They want to know, can you use it with retinol?
I wouldn't recommend to use it with retinol on the same day. If you see reactions, if you see redness, that would most of the time be due to using it with the wrong products on the same day. So
what about
anything
rosacea? Can you use it with rosacea?
active rosacea, I wouldn't recommend. If your rosacea is a stable state, I would definitely recommend. They are amazing.
Girl, you're smart at 3 a.m. My gosh, you sound like me talking there. It's the same with RF and with NEWA and things. Active. You hear what she said. And for you guys watching, go back and play this over, because they miss things on my video. People like and I know the kids are around. How can you concentrate on a 24-minute video? But she said, I wouldn't use with active rosacea. And also understand there's 4 or 5 different types of rosacea. We don't know which type you have. And then you can do a test spot. So I love that you said active rosacea. That's why we get along so well. We're on the same page. Okay, good. What question? Okay, spicules are the best to target what age group? Can I preface something here before you answer? this is Sundays are maybe the day the things that drive me crazy, but here's what drives me crazy, because we did a video yesterday and it was on RF skin tightening, and the Koreans are number one in my opinion with RF radio frequency skin tightening. You can just go in before your barbecue and get 300 shots of whatever you want. I love that. And maybe you can tell us about that. But what they say is, doctor, why don't you show it on a mature woman? And I'm like, well, for one, I'm a mature man. What age group do you want? And then there's a 67-year-old woman in the before and afters. Is that mature? And yes, there was a model that was used and she was 35, 37. So we have all ranges.
Mhm.
But people, I could put an 80-year-old in, they're all young people. So it's kind of a triggering something that I've never understood. So your answer to that, what age group is the best? Now I've had my rant. You can go on.
Okay, now I need to find the right answer. But I would say for all age groups, there are no best target, but definitely for aging skin, it's gonna work better because definitely it has the GHK peptides, it has other supporting ingredients that's gonna help with the aging. It has a slight stimulation that's gonna help with the collagen rebuilding. I would say age skin, it's amazing, but even for someone in their 20s or their 30s who want to prevent the aging, or maybe they have post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation from their acne scars, for example, because I did, that's going to be amazing as well. So yeah,
Love your
all
answer.
ages.
And I would say the one age group, what we're seeing now is everyone wants me to talk about under 16-year-old skincare, under 18-year-old skincare. That's the demographic that big corporations are targeting now because they know it. I would say, like in my opinion, retinols, AHAs, have fun with skin, but they have masks. I know in Asia they have masks with Bugs Bunny or whatever it is. It's not Bugs Bunny, but it's your guys' cartoons for the kids. But I think too young do not need spicules. It's like retinol and AHA, and we have to be careful with our kids what we expose them to. That's just my
Yeah.
personal opinion. But anything, understand, to me, there's demographics in their 20s, 40s, and 80s. We're all important. And it's skin age. I've seen 70-year-olds that have 40-year-old skin and 40-year-olds with 70-year-old skin. I have a hard time saying what age. But the fact is, all skin types, in my opinion, do benefit from them. What about skin types? So I'd be a 4. My color of kind of brown would be a 4. Obviously, white would be skin type 1. And then black on the slide would be skin type 6. Anything we need to know for skin types, colors?
So we have built cases throughout skin types 1 through 6, and we had no issues. So I would say even for skin type 6, it's fine to use the cream and the serum. But as usual, skin type 6 always focus more on SPF, I think, for hyperpigmentation preventing, just in case.
And skin test. Why not skin test, right? And then that helps. Do a test for 24 hours. Do a test
Yeah, of
spot,
course.
and then
Yeah,
if anyone who's
around.
worried, do a test spot. I have a generalized question, and then we'll get to the makeup one. But a lot. Why? I mean, we have a real Korean. Where are you in Seoul right now? Can you tell us or no? So she's
I
in
am
an
as well, yes.
undisclosed location in Seoul. She walks the streets like I do down there. You see everything. Tell us one of the things I'm gonna show people is a little bit of AI, because I walked in the clinic and I got my AI skin test, and AI is coming to America, where we take pools of patients and we can kind of determine what my face might look like, what treatments I should do, what my elasticity is, and then maybe remeasure, but using AI to guesstimate what I could be. And I use those words specifically, what I could be. And that's culturally okay in some countries, but in America, people are like, what do you mean what you could be? They don't like the thought of beauty makes you richer, or looking better, or having some glow improves your work, potential of getting a job, all those things, which I know well from Korea, China, and different countries. It's normal to me.
Yeah.
Tell anything from the culture in Korea that you think, and it could be good, it could be bad, or something that we could take away for the culture that you see in America. Because I know I met you in Vegas too, right? You're all over America. So And you can go any direction you want, but is there, like, one of the things I notice, I'm way healthier over there. I'm eating
Mhm,
like crazy. I'm not getting fat. My six
mhm.
pack is coming through. I energy's up. I'm literally going to bed at 3 a.m, getting up at 8, and I'm fine.
Yeah,
Um, and it's the food for me, because
yeah.
and it's like when I'm in Japan, particularly, I'm eating the broths. When I'm
Mhm,
in Europe, I'm eating the real bread. I'm eating a baguette and a croissant every day with butter. I got no belly. I come
mhm.
to America, I try and do that. I gotta really watch what I eat. So
Yeah.
maybe it's food, maybe it's culture, society, anything we can learn, and positive or negative, from your culture.
Well, I think the good thing you could take away from Korean culture is that, yes, they do care about how they look, and they care a lot, and that could seem toxic to many Americans, I think. But I think the best part of that is it's not that, oh, you need to look pretty all the time. You need to look like this certain celebrity all the time. I think it's more about looking the best version of yourself. So you are in this certain age, you can you can take care of your skin to make sure it looks the way it should look. So if you don't take care of your skin, then that's going to look more aged or unhealthy rather than what it could have been, like you mentioned, what I could look like. And I think that's really about taking care of yourself, making sure that you are the best version of yourself, and that also aligns with health as well. So it's like you go work out, you eat good, you do the skincare routine, you shower every day, you go to sauna to make sure you are in the best version of yourself, and that kind of shows in the aesthetic way as well. I think that's what is about the Korean standards. Yeah.
I wish I had two things: money and
Mhm,
time. Because you
mhm,
said two things there that are important. When I was in China, I went to this wellness place,
mhm,
and it was cheap. And they had
mhm,
hyperbaric oxygen, LED beds, lounge places that you could. Have you ever been to one? I don't know if you go to China, but they had the food, they had arcade games, they had mermaid diving pools. It was all health and wellness surrounded around fun and ideas. They had massage in there and different things. Um, I would bring wellness to America if I had money, because what you just said is part of the lifestyle that we talk about every day. And I think sleep, food, and exercise. Exercise is the number one drug in the world. And
mhm.
you can put it up against cancer drugs. You can put exercise up against all, and exercise wins. But I'll
Yep.
tell you one thing. When I was in one of the first times I was in Korea, and they knew I wanted to interview people, they brought 10 girls out to interview. This was at a big PDRN, the salmon sperm one. You'll know it. I don't want to say the name. I could, but it's a big salmon sperm factory. So they're like, Rajani wants to interview Korean women about skincare. So they brought 10 down. What struck me the most, I go, tell me, let's talk diet. Almost, they all ate meat. They're all
Mhm.
like eating a lot of general meat. And of course, I was
Yep.
happy about that, because I was one of my first times there, and I'm like, okay, this is my style. And broths, anything about the diet that struck me, but maybe it was erroneous. It was just a small sample.
No, no, no. You are totally right. I think Koreans nowadays they are focusing more on the ratio of the meal. So it would be um the carbohydrates, the protein, and the fats. So they try to eat it in the right ratio. So that would mean they need to eat the right protein. So they would always try to focus to have the right protein every meal. And if you tried going to the convenience store, the Korean convenience store, I'm
Well,
sure
I've
you have,
been, yeah.
they have so many different variations of protein stuff. So protein
There's
snacks, protein
protein only ones. I was in
yeah,
one that was a protein only convenience. Well, I don't know what
mhm,
you call it. It was all
yes.
electronic.
Yes, 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 yeah. They call it the zero store. So it has
Yes.
zero sugar. So they have all products with zero sugar, but the right proteins. And Koreans, they're crazy about food, so they taste amazing. Everything tastes amazing. They have like tons of different flavors of protein drinks. They've got banana flavored, they've got coffee flavored, they've got milk tea flavored. And so I think it's really about, number one, the right ratio, and number two, the variation. Because again, eating the right food every day must be tasty. So I think that
Oh.
is the right thing.
The other thing, the last thing, and then we'll do a couple spicule questions, I'll let you go. But the other thing that I noticed when I was interviewing them, and this was new to me, and I think it'll be new to a lot of our people here. I try and get people to start their own home spa. I kind of feel like I have a little area in my bathroom. We call it bathroom in Canada, the washroom, bathroom, in they say restroom in America. I don't know. I know your bathrooms are so advanced, they do everything for you. There's sprays coming out, all this stuff. I can't even run the bathrooms you have, but everyone should have a home med spa. But the one thing these gals are like, because I was working Saturdays and we were going up to see the salmon go, and they go, well, we won't be up there Saturday because Saturday's our skincare day and we do the 8-hour masks and the 6-hour. Their Saturday was their home skin routine day. And it blew me away. It's a several-hour event often, much like what I saw in China. That was a whole day event too. But would you, like, how many hours would one spend a week or a day on skincare? And is there 4-hour blocks that people have, or are these misconceptions?
I feel like we have two different types of people in Korea, just like everywhere else. The people that you've met, they have like a 12-step skincare routine every day, but not just for skincare. They've got a 10-step routine for the hair and the scalp, and then they do gua sha around their body and their everywhere, and then they go for a foam roller massage to make sure they massage the limbs. So you've got those people, and then you've got people like me who want the efficiency. So they want the results, but they don't want the time because they are too tired. So what we do is we just kind of get the best out of the best of them and just kind of compact it into a 3-step protocol. So for me, that's where I'm not trying to market it over here. That's where the spicules come in, because the spicules help boost the skincare routine for me. So that kind of shortens all the skincare routine that others might have to do like 12 steps, but I personally only do 3 steps. So I just do the prepping with our skin toner, and then I do the boosting serum, and then I put on a cream to put on, and then I just go to sleep. And the day I do the nourishing cream, I would put on a sheet mask. I saw you, I think you also had a video about Korean the Korean face masks post the cream. That is actually a really good combination. So I would do the nourishing cream, so that kind of open up the channels. It's stinging, it's tingling. Then I put this sheet mask on, and then I would just rest for about 20 minutes, take it off, and then I would go to sleep. So you can have the compact version. I know some of you over here might feel overwhelmed. Oh my God, if I want to look pretty, I want to look healthy, I need to go through that few hour step protocol. There are people like me as well who kind of
good. Just like everywhere, right? You get all different options. So that was amazing. I'll answer one thing here about wound healing. Like, a lot of people are worried older skin. There's this big narrative. I think it's a lot American too. Not picking on American today, but older skin is poor wound healing. Here's the thing. Poorer than what? Like, a lizard regrows its tail when you pull it off. Okay, well, the older lizard takes a while. That's an amazing feat of the world. But if you cut or you get an abrasion in your hand, 90-year-olds heal. Maybe they have to be a little more careful than the 20-year-old that heals up the next day. But by 3 days, that skin's healed up. And the healthier you are, the better you eat, all those things, red light, the healthier it heals up. So having done fillers and biostimulators and platelet-rich fibrin and PRP, fat transfer is always done. Having seen all of that, wound healing, if your body can heal a wound, you have wound healing factors. And so it still works really well in older people. That was one. I always see that question, but it drives me crazy because people love to make TikToks and Instagrams that scare people. Oh my God, biostimulators don't work if you're 70 because your body's wound healing's gone. Well, if your wound healing is gone, then you got bigger problems. If you cut yourself and it doesn't heal, you have deep health problems that you need to do first.
Yeah.
What these are really good for people on weight loss products too, like GLP-1s. I'm
Yeah.
doing a whole thing on peptides next week as well. But we've seen really great results on people that are on retatrutide. I know a lot of people don't understand what's going on in Korea, but understand that all these things are in Korea too. I walk by many clinics that are, you walk in, you get your prescription same minute for your Ozempic, your retatrutide. You know what all these things are. Can you comment real briefly, and then we'll let you go? I promise. Tell us about weight loss, because people and those things with spicules.
Well, I feel like it's not just in America, like you mentioned. It's also very, very common now in Korea. Um, it's an amazing step, but again, I think because Koreans focus a lot on their skincare routine generally, even after the weight loss medication they take, the skin quality doesn't really go so bad so quickly. But I think when you're on the GLP-1, it's more important to take care of your skin better than you did before, because it is known with studies. I'm not an expert in this area, but it is known that it also reduces the collagen level in the skin as well, which means your skin quality would also go down. Not just with the volume loss. I mean, with volume loss, you would be able to do other EBDs or injectables, but then with the skin quality, you can prevent it with the right skincare products and the right skin treatments. So I think using spicules, with not just the spicules, but with the peptides that help rebuild your skin quality, would be the right choice.
You said EBD. Now, don't say anything more, but in the comments, I want to see how many, like this EBD, I can take a Korean off the street that speaks a little bit English and they go, oh, EBDs. Like, you're not talking like just because you're in the industry, but I want to know how many people in the comments know what an EBD is. EBD. Because these are common, like you said, EBD, like it's like I'm having popcorn. And in America, most people don't know EBD because we're not
Yeah.
using it properly. But it
Yeah.
rolls off the tongue of Koreans like EBD. I feel like I'm back in Korea right now, and I only just left there. I only got home a week or two ago. But EBD, EBD. They're saying it in the comments. But I'm interested to hear, does anyone even know what that means? But you were very Korean right there, and I love it.
Yeah.
Because it's like
I just
I
realized.
can go out to dinner with people that aren't even in the industry, and I feel like I just have such a great time because I'm on the same wavelength. If I go out here, sometimes people think that I'm crazy. I'm off in another world because of the aesthetics that we're involved in, right? Like, you feel like I'm an outlier here, like I don't belong sometimes. But it's someone got it. Energy-based device, someone got it. Yeah, there you go. That's really good. Now, can we have you on again sometime? Because I think people now that they know you, they might even have more questions. And
Yeah, of course.
was I
I
too
mean,
hard on you that you'll never come back? I mean, what? Tell us.
no, it
After
was
this, you're going to get a rate. I'm going to get, just like a lecture. When I lecture, they rate me. If you can imagine, at my age and stage, how was Dr. Rajani today? Rate him on 1 to 5. Da, da, da. You're probably going to rate me as a host.
Oh, okay. I was scared.
I want all 5 stars.
I was scared they were gonna rate me. Okay.
No, they're not
No,
going to rate you. You already won. You already won them over. I can see in the comments. But you'll probably rate me to see if I'm an
that's
okay host. And
100% 5-star, obviously. But it was amazing. I mean, I don't really have that much of a chance to get to speak to consumers. I usually speak with doctors like Dr. Rajani, who help build our protocol, who help use our treatments to help use our skincare products to the right audience. So it was a huge eye opener for me as well to see live reactions from the consumers. So thank you for having me. Anytime, whenever you want me here, always just let me know. And I'm not sure if this is gonna help, but I just wanted to let the audience know how much of a nerd I am and how much I am invested into this technology and this product. I did my own skin biopsy, so my own skin histology. So I did the treatment on my arm, and I take like 2 millimeters of my skin out to see what it happens in the skin. You can actually see the scar over here. So it's that much I'm invested in this because I need to prove the science to the doctors if they want to trust our product. So I hope that helps.
I can
I
tell
hope
you
that
it permeates not through what your leadership. I know leadership might be the wrong word, but the culture of all the people that you work with. I can tell you they have an element to that too, because when I walked in and talked to all them, they were nerds. Like we were like
yeah,
5, 6 nerds sitting around, and
yeah,
I had 5 of them coming at me, and they were beautiful people and just had were thinking on a different level with the
yeah.
science, which is when I'm talking about the science.
I just hope my level of investment doesn't scare away the audience over here.
No,
So
this is a group of, like I say, the bigger we grow, the more I'm bringing to everyone, because I have the ability to bring more to them, like bringing you to them and bringing spicules. Spicules aren't for everyone in America. Trust me, Americans are like, it's a different environment. So this is very new to many people. Our group here is a small group of people who are like-minded, that want next level. And you said it best, want to be the best version of ourselves. We're not trying to be, we don't need, like I see in different countries, all like the elf ears and all that kind of stuff. Some people might want that, but it's more, we want to be the best version of ourselves. And most people here don't want surgery unless they really need it. So you're talking to the right group of people that understand and get you from what I hear you talking.
wonderful, wonderful.
We're going to move on. We got a big giveaway. That's other than you, the next thing that is important is not what I say, but they want a giveaway. So we're going to move through. I'm going to talk a little bit about AI and my
Yeah.
experience there with AI, which is fascinating in Korea. And then we'll have a ton of questions. We'll bring you on again, but we'll move on with our show. And we thank you. I always appreciate everything you do.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Likewise over here. Thank you so much.
And get some sleep. It's probably 4 a.m. over there now.
Yeah, I will go sleep now and get prepared for my office tomorrow.
We'll see you later. And for everyone else, stay on. We're going to have an amazing giveaway. And there's just a few more things I want to talk about. In the comments, how are you guys doing? I have a few more things to talk about. Are you guys hanging in there? Can we bring you a few more cool things? Let me know, because I'm here for you guys. I'll spend as much time as you guys want. I know you have some questions. I think so. He answered a lot of our questions today. Okay, yeah. Let's go on. Can we do AI? I got to do. It's a good segue into AI. Let's bring up the image of me in the clinic, so you can see one of the clinics I'm in. When I was offered this AI imaging of my face, and my knee jerk was no, and for many of you, it's going to be no. But this is an example of the machine that was there, and they put actually with this one electrodes onto my face and said, here's your elasticity, here's your epidermal water loss. And of course, like I said, it was 9, 10 in the morning after long nights, the end of my stay in Korea. My collagen. Play the video with Dr. Sheen. This is kind of funny. Watch this video, because I told her I was looking 24 or something, or 30. Tell us how you look at the skin when someone comes in, because you just did a AI analysis on my skin. You didn't tell them. You did AI and analyzed my skin.
Yeah,
said I was
right.
30 years old. That's what I saw. It said I was 30. I don't know if that's true.
좀 지나갔죠 방금.
다시 들으셔.
Sorry. 더 있어요 나오실 분? 없죠. Sorry.
Because you,
Yeah, that's just AI. Yes. No, 25 years.
25. But it was amazing, because it allowed me to segment my mind of the treatments that I might do here, kind of like the way you think, which is very different than we think in America. Can you explain just a little bit how you think of the skin from pores to glow? Pop me up. Okay. So that was really funny for me, because I made a joke. So I think it said my skin was 46 or 42 or 40, whatever it was, but I threw out 30 just to throw her off. And she was like, oh, I don't think it said you were 30. And then she had to ask, and oh, that's just AI. But it gave me a skin age, it gave me my elasticity, my water loss, and then it said, hey, here's the recommended treatments you could do. And with that, you could expect to maybe get these benefits from these treatments. So it was really good, but I want to understand your knee-jerk reaction may to be not get AI, may be to discount AI. And by the way, before I show you what's in America, because you're going to want to see this, if we're at 600 likes or something, so, and if we get to 1,000 live viewers or 600 likes, I think they're going to add something more to the giveaway to the end. So if you haven't invited your friends, if you haven't liked it, like now. So yeah, they're looking for 600 likes. So let's see what we get. I don't know what we're at now. I'll give you a baseline, but just make sure you like the video. And the bigger we get up to 1,000, they're going to add. Okay, I want to play for you now. I'd like to stay on the screen, so make it maybe half screen. I want to play for you what's in America right now for AI. This is here. Many of you don't know it, but I'll tell you, some of it might trigger you, what you're going to see now, but it really does, having me gone through it, having been involved in the AI process and having seen it in Korea, how they're using it, particularly China, where they're very ahead on this. It really helps you understand your own face, what you need to do and where you can be, because it's based on real patient data that exists from given treatments and the outcomes of those treatments. It's next level stuff. So let's play that video. Here we go. So this is an app that you can use now on your phone, okay? And it shows you before and after. So I'm going to stop it a little bit along the way. So it asks you, when you get the app, it's going to ask you a few questions, okay? Which is what you would expect. And then it's going to ask what might be important to you, like what aspects of your face are important. I'll stop here for a minute because understand what you think might be important to you isn't. And that sounds harsh, but like I might come into a filler going, oh, I need lip filler, cheek filler, jawline filler. And it says, no, actually at the end, it's your under eyes, silly. You know what I mean? So the app through AI, through analysis is going to tell you. So that's why it asks you first, kind of to be cordial. And then it says, are you interested in wellness treatments? Why? Watch my video next Saturday. I have peptide videos up now, but this is colossal. It's an inside look into the peptide industry you're going to want to watch. But you can ask so it's not just aesthetics for injectables and everything in skincare, it's wellness too. And then of course it'll ask for permission to scan your face. And then it actually scans your own face. Why was this kind of stuff so important to me? And the reason is, I'll stop it in a second here. So I'm going to show you this in a minute. It's so important to me because if you come into a clinic and I'm looking at you and I might say, hey, here's a before and after that you might expect. Well, it's Joyce down the street. It's Johnny around the corner. What does that result have to do with you? Nothing, because you are you. So this is why this app scans faces. Watch it. So it's very easy now. You probably scanned your face for something or another before, but it scans your face. Then it takes a side view, because the side view is important for what? Chin, for jawline, right? Okay. And then it takes those images and then it's going to analyze them. And this is the important part of it. Okay. It's going to give you a beauty score. Now, if there are beauty score apps out there, like for fun, this is based on real data, real science, real people. And I got mine, and I'll tell you what it is, but a lot of people don't want to know their score, but it's important. And I got this also in Korea, same thing. Okay, so it processes everything, it looks through the database, and I'm showing you this because this is what's coming, this is next level, but it actually has utilitarian use. Double word there. It has utility, let's put it that way. And then it's going to come up with your score. And this is the part that some people don't like. 83, I was 82 or 83, 84, something like that. But what's key here is it tells you what your numbers are for structure, for balance, for lip size, but it also tells you what you don't need. Okay, so it'll tell you, hey, you don't need lip filler, you have good sized lips, but guess what? Your cheek's a bit flat. And that's really important parts of these apps, because it also says for her, it said, hey, your eyebrows and your eyes are at the right length. She might be coming in for a brow lift. Oh, because what? Her friend had it and she liked it on her friend. Looking at her face, it'll say you don't need anything done with your eyes and your brows. It gives you that data based on a lot of the metrics we already talk about on this. So, and this is from Repeat MD. That's the app. But here's the next level of where all this is going, because you want to see what's coming. So it shows you a before and after based on the metrics you put in of the money you might have to spend. Now, we just talked to a Korean, right? She downplayed a little bit how important good looks are, or looking your best, or having vibrance and glow, whatever it is, to getting job, to getting work, for your social life. This is common in many of those countries. But here you get to see before and after based on, it recommended, for instance, a little bit of jawline softening, nothing to the eyes, and a bit of mid cheek. And then it'll tell you how much. It even will say, oh, here, you can put in your dollar range that you would want. It'll tell you what to address first, given the amount of money you have. And then it'll recommend a clinic to you. So it's Repeat MD. Okay, it's Ageless AI from Repeat MD. And that gives you an idea of what's coming. I work with them on their board, because why would I get involved? Because this is coming. You better have a say in it, right? You better make sure it's proper. It's based on patient data, and it works. You can put me back up full screen, and it works to see. So this is what I did in Korea, something very similar, but in person, but this is all coming to your phone. I want to hear in the comments section. And this is just, we're now just talking about, would you get an AI face analysis? Would you want to know your score? Would you want to know the possibilities of your face, either in an app or in person where they put probes on your skin? So Repeat MD is like the word repeat and MD, and you can look Ageless AI, it'll come up. I haven't looked up to see where it comes up on Google, but understanding I've got to be in the forefront of this, and we saw it in Korea, you heard it from Sohee, and it's something we talk about. Yeah, most people on this channel, you guys are going to want to do that. I know that. There are a lot of people that don't want to know their score. The question is, do you put a score up? Do you not? There are a lot of people, the face apps that were trending to give your beauty score based on the golden ratio. A lot of people did that 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago. This is not particularly that. This is based on real patient data. People that say got 2 fillers in their face, what did they look like afterwards and before and afters, and then applying that to your face. The days of looking at a before and after of me, I go in, I get a before and after, and then you come into a clinic and they show you my before and after saying, look, here, those days are done. It means nothing to you what my skin did with this product. It has everything to do with what your skin's going to do with that product, and we're projecting that. So I wanted to give you a little segment so you know what's coming, what I see particularly in different countries in Asia that are far advanced, as you heard from Sohee. Okay, what do we have next on our list to go through today? I want to make sure we go through what you guys had, but I think a lot of questions got answered. Do you want to go through some technical stuff? We had some Q&As on, yeah, you'd like to try the app. I think most of you would. Let me go through a couple of things. That's a screen share to make, okay, let's go through this without screen share. Let's do it. You guys asked me, I put this picture up on YouTube community. Okay, and you guys had asked me what this was all about. And I just put A or B, which face looks better to you, or what are the difference between this face? You're gonna notice, many of you astutely said, the face on your right has a sharper jawline. Posteriorly, we call it the bigonial angle. If I could screen share without freezing, I would like to draw it for you. I don't know. So you guys got A, you like A better. Softer jawline. Yep, you like A. I see a lot of A's. Here's why I brought this up in the YouTube community. Because we talked about jowls. I did a video all about jowls about 3 weeks ago. One of the treatments was everyone wanted the gonial angle addressed, and people asked, does chewing gum help build the masseter to pull back the jowl? All of it helps. And Sculptor can be placed on the bone, on the periosteum, on the bone, to build the gonial angle. Of course, you can use fillers, you can use radius. Profhilo, that we didn't finish the news segment, but Profhilo is not a filler, it's a skin booster coming. All the Europeans know about it. That's a skin booster, but structural fillers or Sculptor on the bone, but there's always a price to pay. So you're going to get a pullback on the jowl if you build the masseter, but you're going to get a wider bigonial width. So the gonial here, boom, 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 it's going to be wider. And not everyone likes that on a female. All of you picked A. Put the picture back up. I just saw A. A lot of people like A. That's a softer, more heart-shaped face. Okay. But if she had jowls and she wanted it pulled back posteriorly, there's a price to pay. And that is the masseter width down here, the bigonial angle. So understand every action has a potential reaction. And that's always going to be the case. If you do skincare, if you do fillers, if you do biostimulators, the benefit is what we talked about from Korea. Okay, they're going to have better opportunities at jobs. They're going to have better social status. They're going to be invited to more things. They're going to get to the front of the lineup, whatever it is. But if you do nothing, people say, well, there's no side effect to doing nothing. Well, there is for a lot of people if those other things are important to you. So doing nothing is not without a problem too. Every action has a reaction. So understanding that picture, I wanted to go through that. Let's go through the 2 news articles super quick. I think that was important. One was Profhilo. Let me finish up on that because you guys know Jeuveau. Put in the comment section, do you guys know Jeuveau, which is, it's a toxin. It's a Botox-like product. The people left Botox. They started Jeuveau. They now have to pay money to Jeuveau because it's basically is Botox. They're bringing in Profhilo. So many of you asked me, so wait, did we hit 600 likes? Okay, look at that, you guys. 600 likes. I think we'll have to hear from Claudia what that means. She'll put in the comment section. But you guys did it. You hit 600 likes. So that means I think that there's repercussions. She'll tell me what that is. I don't know. But Profhilo, Claudia, you can tell me here what that means. So we hit 600. Do we get anything more for that? So they know. But Profhilo is and then this is all coming to the US market. It's all over Korea. Okay, it's mixed with some salmon sperm. So what happens is it's a non-cross-linked filler. When I go to Europe this summer, okay, there's going to be all kinds of non-cross-linked fillers like Prime HA, we call it Prima. Okay, Profhilo is so common over there, and they use a BAP technique. Boom, 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 boom. It's injected in little boluses in about 8 to 12 points along the face for skin boosting. And you thought we had a real skin booster in Skin Vive from Allergan, but it's really a Vicross filler. So we really don't have one that's FDA approved in the States. But here's the problem. If you read the news release from Jeuveau, the makers of the toxin that's bringing Profhilo that everyone's excited about, and yes, there's a ton of fake Profhilo in this country. You can get it done now. I know you're going to comment. It's not legal. It's imported, illegally imported. But it's a non-cross-linked product, so you're going to do it every couple months, and it's going to hydrate the skin. It's not structural support, but it's 2 to 3 years out. So everyone's excited, but if you go into the news release, this takes 3 years to get approved in the USA. So Profhilo, I know everyone had those questions. That's that. And the second one is a TikTok hack that everyone's asking me about, everyone's doing, and I'm advising against it. Let's put up that. The new TikTok challenge trending. Experts say you probably shouldn't attempt. I'm saying you shouldn't attempt this either. It's all over TikTok. What is it? What are people doing? And particularly women are doing this because women tend to be walkers. Husbands stay at home, watch TV, and the wife's out walking, right? Women walk, and they walk in pairs. They're healthy. The guy's unhealthy, sitting on the couch drinking beer. Women walk. But what the challenge is 100,000 steps, because everyone knows 10,000. So like TikTok and skincare, like Sohi was talking about with more spicules doesn't mean better, is now it's 100,000 steps, okay? So 100,000 steps, that's extreme endurance. Most people are 5,000 to 6,000 steps a day for the average person walker. To jump to 100,000, people are getting a lot of problems. Next slide, they're getting dehydration, they're getting blisters. Yes, you can be on creatine. That's going to help you for sure. These are my gummies I'm taking because some days I don't feel like a heavy shake with creatine. So I use sugar-free gummies. So know about creatine if you're a walker especially. But if you're going to do this challenge, because people are being challenged to do it, other women are calling them saying, let's do it. Build up 40, 50, 60,000 steps. Don't go right to 100,000. use broken shoes. The biggest problem we're seeing, and yes, wound healing is a problem, blisters, and you can wear extra socks. Hydration. It's summertime. This is the worst time to try this. People are getting dehydrated. And so this is a problem. So you guys asked me to cover this. There you go. Don't do the 100,000 steps. It's unnecessary. 10,000 steps a day. You guys are doing great. But yes, nothing beats exercise, sleep, and eating real food. Yeah, 100,000 steps. It's insane. I believe you guys can check on this. It was taking some people 18 hours to complete this. 18 hours of walking. I forget I don't even know how many miles. Someone will look up how many miles 10,000 steps is. I've forgotten the data, but it's long. Okay. Okay, here we go. This is from Claudia. They're adding a halo to the giveaway today for the 600 likes, and 1,000 live viewers adds another item. So if we can get 100 or 1,000 viewers, we add to it. But for now, they're adding a halo. Don't break my bank, you guys. They keep adding giveaways. Doctors are the worst. We just give things away. But 10,000 steps is to promote. So yeah, we're going to give away a halo again today. 10,000 steps was made up to promote a new product, a pedometer. It's not science. Yeah, 10,000 steps is obviously a random number, and people use pedometers. The positive, Synergy 2222, you're right. The positive in that, just like the positive in aesthetics, there's negative and positive. The positive is people start thinking about their skin. The positive with the 10,000 steps is people have now a goal to get to. But even if they get to 5,000, 7,000, that's amazing. Exercise is the key. So anything that gets people thinking about exercise, I'm all for. Okay, where do we go? Where do we go next? Where do you guys want to go next? Claudia, you can tell me what we have next on the docket. Let's do skin tightening, and that will wrap us up to the giveaway. So I put a video up. You guys had so many questions on skin tightening. Understand what exists out there. There's Xerf, and no one's going to know when you say Xerf when you go to Asia. You say Xerf, no one knows. It's called Xerf. Xerf. It's not Xerf. Xerf. There's XTherma and XTherma, of which we did the video yesterday, went through a lot of the technology. You know Thermage, you know Ulthera, you know Softwave. Ulthera and Softwave are ultrasound. Thermage, monopolar RF. Xerf and Xerf, Thermage, density is one that you guys are going to know, but the latest and greatest, the top one, number one sold in Korea is called XTherma. No one here knew about it. People don't even know that it existed. And that's marketing and marketing dollars. But if you go to Korea and you walk into a clinic, like I was telling Sahi earlier, before barbecue, just, hey, I'll get 300 shots. So I did that. I made a little video of that so I can answer some of your questions, because you guys had a ton of questions on skin tightening and they were great questions. Let's pop that video up. Let me see. Let's pop it on the screen. Do we have that one? Do I want to screen share that one? It came over in the WeTransfer. So it might be there, but let me answer a couple questions to see if we definitely don't have it. I'll go for the screen share. Skin tightening, whether it's ultrasound or monopolar RF. Remember, the most important things are you don't want to lose face fat. Comment on the side, please. Have you had skin tightening done with any device? There's other ones. There's Viora devices. There's Softwave. There's, XTherma density and Xerf. There's Ulthera is one. Okay, so before we go to that video, just hang on here. Comment in the comments which one you've had. So someone said Softwave. Okay, Dr. Shin is going to perform. I think a lot of you have had Thermage, because when Thermage started, understand it was around 2005-06. I saw one of the first ones. We used to give IV like medications. So like we give a combination of a little Valium type and a little narcotic for the pain. That was the original Thermage. People were regularly using IV sedation, let's put it, twilight sedation, or whatever, for Thermage. We've come such a long way. So when you see this video today, understand where we came from. You'd come in almost like an operating room area and get your Thermage and you'd get IV sedation. But watch this take. Yes, people here have had Ulthera, Potenza RF. It's RF microneedling, but it is RF. You're right. I had Xerf done, not much difference. Yes, understood. New Face is a galvanic. Ulthera, no results. So you see here, we can talk about it. Let's show this video. This is Dr. Sheen in Korea when I went in the clinic. Our XTherma treatment today.
We will do 600 shots for her face today.
So you see she's talking shots, and in the video everyone says, Rajani, what's a shot? Never heard of it. What I want you to see, and you might be able to, I can do a close-up sometime for you guys, but if you see the machine, you can not only know the amount of energy that went into the face per shot, but you see the total energy used per session. And the total energy with a device like this is going to be dependent upon your skin's water that day, your skin's resistance that day, and it's a coupling. So it does impedance matching to test your skin before it shoots it. And there's no needles here for those that are thinking of a shot.
You choose 900 shots, we can deliver face and neck too. And you can set the power levels based on the patient's skin type. So I set usually 3.0. The interesting point, XTherma, is we can deliver energy more delicately compared to other monopolar radio frequencies. So I turn on the CF mode, as you can see, that means comfort mode.
So while people do in Korea, they hate pain, they'll get numbing. Almost everyone coming in puts a numbing gel on. I can tell you the numbing gel doesn't do much. I don't use numbing gel for it. You don't need to, but it's very, very comfortable. If you've had Ulthera done or you've had Thermage done, this is very, very comfortable treatment, but the highest power. It's very high powered, but comfortable. Now, this seems very unique to me that we know the power going into the shot, particularly if people are worried about their face fat. Tell me.
So we can see the energy, how much energy delivered at the same time during the procedures. So we can expect more customized treatment to the patient also. And this device has the most highest energy level among all Korean radiofrequency devices. So we can expect more effect. But also patients could be worried about their fat loss or side effects. But this device, we can control that high cooling. So the side effect can be decreased, but also we can deliver heating energy more deep inside.
Okay, before we get into this, someone asked, hey, can IPL melt fat pads? Very rare. IPL is a broad base light with a filter attached. It does give heat, so it depends on settings, but I've never seen personally IPL is more surface. It targets pigment. The other question, hey, will AI recommend one of these procedures? Absolutely. AI, when I went in, spit out my treatment protocol of what I needed. It gave me my skin age and what treatments I could do that day. And then at 6 months, what I could expect if I did the protocol, all based on clinical data. That's the HEV clinic in Gangnam, by the way. So, but this shows you frequencies. Understand, you have a NEWA device. Okay, your NEWA is your home RF with built-in fat protection, and it shuts down at a certain temperature. That creates problems because people are like, oh, how do I use it? I got to use circular motions. Doesn't turn green, does. 99.999% of these devices work, the NEWA. People send them back. It's user error. It's your error. You got to clean it, all those things. But when we get them back, they've all worked. It's human error. So, and the reason that we deal with that is because it saves face fat. So we're willing to understand some people just won't use it properly and can't. But for those willing to invest the time, I'd rather protect your face fat. So understand your NEWA device is 1 megahertz, but it's bipolar. Okay, and these are monopolar, so it's very different. Look at the frequencies. If you look here, Xerf has 2 frequencies, 6.78 and 2, and XTherma just 6.78. That's more superficial. Higher frequency is less. How does NEWA get away with 1 megahertz? Because it's bipolar. It jumps from one electrode to the other. So there's a difference. So it's bipolar versus monopolar. The next thing is this just showing you how we mapped the temperature of XTherma to not go into the fat layer. Because this is, remember, it's skin tightening. If you want your fat layer addressed, that's a totally different treatment. Xerf is another one. Yes, Xerf is another RF device. You're right. So let's look at one of the cool things about the technology that I like is that there's 4 temperature sensors on the tip. Can you show us the tip?
Oh, yes, of course.
We'll have a look at that because that's, to me, this is a good comment I should address. The doctor gave me a numbing shot and the doctor made the right side of my face paralyzed for 2 months after. I use no numbing for anything of this stuff. I guess, obviously, if I'm getting a facelift, I'm going to use numbing. But understand, the less you use, the better, and it's safer. Be very unique
송아지 팁 하나만 갖다 주실래요?
in the field is that there are the 4 temperature sensors. Can you tell us how that helps you in the treatment?
So through this tip, we can match with patients' residence. I mean, we can match with patients' every characteristics, so we can deliver the best energies, best parameter to our patient.
So understanding, what does your NEWA have? Temperature sensors. So you get this in an at-home device. Certainly go to the clinic, get your shots done by a professional, but to maintain home use and have a product that you can use at home with temperature sensing, that's next level stuff. Let's pop in, we do this. Some people find it overwhelming. We'll talk about that. And now the last part of this, and then we'll move on to the show and the giveaway. How's the treatment feeling so far?
Good so far. There's like little points where you can feel it more, and I think that's because
Someone asked about red light after treatment. Do red light before all treatments. Pump up the mitochondria first.
it's closer to the bone.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, it's pretty good. You just feel little heat spots, and then areas that are thinner or more sensitive, you feel more of like a jolt. But otherwise, comparatively, it's pretty good actually. I was expecting more intense heat, but it's very bearable.
I think the new technology is just so far ahead of the older technologies we had for discomfort. And okay, great. So you can put me up on the main screen, but here the thing is, understand how far behind we are because someone's asking about red light. Before you get these treatments, you're going to get hyperbaric oxygen. You can get that after too, it works. Red light's always before because you're supercharging mitochondria. So to say one thing doesn't work, it's probably because you didn't prime. And we'll bring a Korean expert on priming. I'm half of one now because I always talk about priming to all the factories I go to, but we'll bring in someone right from Korea to talk to you about priming. So they want to do Q&A and get some questions before the giveaway because I think we're there on the run a show. Is there anything you can type it or write it here? If there's anything we need to do on the going through our run a show before we do the giveaway, you guys let me know on the written pad here. But we'll take some Q&A. But I think we've had a lot of great questions on the product. There is some product stuff I wanted to go through. One was on this Idenel product. A lot of people understand that there is a cap on here that you have to take off. It sounds obvious, but it can be hidden here. But there's a little cap that comes off, and on the top there's a lock. So it's a little firm, but you can lock it for travel so you don't lose product. So there is a lock on the top that you have to hit, and it says lock and unlock up there. You might need your glasses to see it. And the beautiful thing is it comes with refills, and you can just unscrew it. So it just unscrews, okay? And this part comes off, and then you can unscrew here to add your refill to it. So it just unscrews, and there you see. So you can add your refill for this mechanism. So for this product, it's a very advanced product, and then you can see it come out the top. So this is for the Idenel cream. Remember to take the top off, unlock it up here, and if you need a refill, it unscrews down here. A 9D facelift. A 9D facelift is just a bunch of things added, right, like a Korean 7-step routine. So here's what we have for live stream viewers. And this is, I saw this earlier, I love it. You get a free AHA, alpha hydroxy acid, with the purchase of a NEWA. So we just talked about the NEWA, that's your home RF tightening device. For people who purchase a NEWA, the lavender one is what we have right now. You get a free alpha hydroxy acid cream. That's an exfoliating cream, both a BHA and AHA in it. You always want beta hydroxy and alpha hydroxy acids. Text, here's what you want to text. Lucky, we can put that in quotation marks next time. LUCKY, text Lucky to 541-287-7384. So text Lucky to 541-287-7384. And that puts you in, they'll give me the exact wording they want me to say, but that's going to, you'll then get a text back, and that's going to allow you to get a coupon code. You're going to have to let us know. You can type out the exact verbiage that is going to use me like a chat GPT. Okay, so you want to text that line and look down, and on the bottom, it's going to scroll and you're going to receive a link. Okay, there it is. So you'll receive a link to the exclusive live stream offer. So you need a link to get that. So it's an AHA, free AHA with the purchase. Okay, so you have that part now, and you can keep going on there, and you can let me know where you want to go. I'll answer a couple. We had some Q&As that I had queued up that you guys had asked me. Claudia probably knows. Maybe you guys want to put them up now so we get those taken care of. Like a lot of people that got this product, they were wondering about the lock up top, the top that came off, and unscrewing. Those are just technical things. Part of when you get a product, we're here to support you with all the products, how to use it, the best practices, and things like test spot, things that you can't find on the internet, things like, hey, what are spicules? Why are they different from other ones? So you want to put up those questions that we want to answer for the community. Okay, great. You two can intercommunicate between there instead of going through me. And you guys have the text number. It's scrolling at the bottom to get the special for a free AHA cream. Everyone should be on it. In my opinion, everyone in my realm is on an AHA cream. That's your exfoliating alpha hydroxy, because that's what smooths the skin, not only helps with prevent acne, treat acne, we use it for that, but for most part for people, they use it for brown spots, sun damage, skin texture and tone, because even skin tone says youth. So that's the main reason, and it works well with retinols. You can alternate, right? Nights, some people only use it once or twice a week, some people use it 3 times a week, but everyone should have an alpha hydroxy. So you want to put those questions up? Let's go with that. So there's about 4 or 5 things you guys asked me to cover before we go to the giveaway. I think I'm waiting to hear from Claudia over here. I need more direction over there on the giveaway when we'll do it. I see the green. I'll go down there. Good. Let's go to the first question. And that is, do we see the questions up or no? You can tell me. I'll answer some of your questions. When you guys are ready, let me know. Yeah, you love the HA cream, Christine. Yeah, it's a staple. And sometimes you might take a break from it for a week or two, or if you're getting a lot of sun, you're on vacation. But in general, an alpha hydroxy cream, and again, the concentrations are key. So we go about 10%, but it's also, there's a lot of fruit acids in there. And that's key for that as well. So how are we looking on those? You want to put those up? And let's recap that. Text the word lucky to get, if you don't have a NEWA at home, you should be using, RF is going to be your structure and support for your at home, 541-287-7384. Device to shrink lower face fat. Fat, it's not bad. You could use the word shrink. Fat cells do a couple things for a living. They plump and they shrink. More commonly, you're going to kill the fat cells. And that's with temperatures above 37 degrees. That's hot. A Profound, if you're looking in your community, people have a Profound device made by Candela. Those have a long pulse duration, and you can go above 67 degrees Celsius and you can burn fat away. So there are devices out there that you can burn fat. Shrinking fat, the easiest way to shrink fat is lose weight, because fat cells don't multiply unless they're really pushed to multiply, meaning you're gaining a lot of weight. Does the NEWA help with jawline and lower face tightening? Yes, that's a great area it's used for. Remember, the NEWA has FDA approval studies that don't include the neck, and it doesn't include the forehead, so they can't talk about it as a company, but we use it all day long to do it. But the company can't tell you to use the neck or the forehead, not because it doesn't work there, because it wasn't studied. Same as on the body. NEWA works on the body. Question number 1, or are we going to skip that segment for today if we don't have it? Remember, write things in Claudia can write, because that's what I'm looking at. Okay, great. How do I use RF with red light? Do I use red light first? Yep, we answered that one just now. That's the same question. So we used red light always first. That's to hit your mitochondria. You want to up your mitochondria, get your energy in the cells up. so that they're ready. Let me tell you while we're waiting for these questions, a protocol that's used in Korea for biostimulators. We talked about wound healing, and here's a little Korean secret for you. And we got a little bit of a study going on this one, but I think also one of the US companies is studying this. After using a device, we talk about wound healing, okay, you denature the collagen builds back up. And we know genetically that the collagenases, the matrix metalloproteinases, they can decrease the gene expression when we inject some certain biostimulators. Those are things that chew up your collagen. When you get that wound healing process, there's some good factors that come in to help heal. And if you do the energy-based device, the EBD, and then you wait 2 to 6 weeks, we don't know the exact time frame yet, and then you hit it with a biostimulator, the biostimulator sees those healing factors and you get much more stimulation. Now, it has to be a real biostimulator, not a fake one. Otherwise, it's too much stimulation. But that's a protocol used in Korea all the time. Energy-based device. And for those that don't travel, 2 to 6 weeks later, again, we're studying that, you hit the biostimulator to take advantage of that wound healing. So what are the benefits of PEMF and red light? So PEMF, pulse electromagnetic field, that is basically from the earth. So a lot of people use PEMF, they use grounding pads, different things, but it's pulsed electromagnetic field, low level, that it's studied mostly in wound healing. Okay, so wound healing and bone healing for malunion of bones. And then red light supercharges the mitochondria. So are we ready to go to the giveaway? Because those questions you have to use words, and you have to send me, and maybe Claudia can write there and let me know. It's almost 100 degrees here. Will spicules ship okay in the heat? We get this a lot now this time of year. I know a lot of people are in Arizona. Spicules are made from silica and calcium carbonate, and the silica and the peptides that are bound, like fillers, these are all tested in high heat environments. So people are worried when they get shipments if they're too hot. Understand, real products like this, they're tested for high heats. So spicules are safe in high heat. So don't worry about your product. I also get questions on the separation of Ultra Moisture. Ultra Moisture is a product that's high in organic content, and you can get separation of the oils. It's natural. Mine sitting here that I used this morning, Rajani MD Ultra Moisture, it separates the oil from the cream. Stir it, simply stir it, and then use it. With good quality products, you can get separation of the products because we're trying to use a high organic oil content and less. When you add things that help things mix or preservatives and you have to add too much, that becomes a problem for the skin. So when you get those kind of products, mixing them is okay. Can I wear makeup and SPF if I use Spicule serum every day? Absolutely. It's nicer to wait. So the serum is meant to have things placed on top of it. The cream isn't more all-in-one. So the cream, you don't need to add anything else to it. Just lost the top of it. You see, there's the top. So the serum, but yes, after each one, this you might use more at night because that cream just feels so good on the skin. Why wear makeup? If you're using makeup, I would wait 15 minutes and put makeup on after the serum. Next question. We'll do a little rapid fire for you guys here, and then we're going to the giveaway. Claudia, if you want to write on the top there for me some instructions, that would be wonderful. Next question. Can I wear makeup? We answered that one. I'm ready for the next one. We're going to do rapid fire and use the words for communication. Okay, how do I use RF with red light? Do I use red light first? We did that one. We'll move to the next one. You guys have questions here. What device for jowls and droopy lids? A lot of these RFs, unfortunately, we used to use shields in the eye area, a metal shield, and then treat over top. If you need that done for your lids, just go for surgery. Go for a bluff. It's better. Why does Exobalm need to stay in the refrigerator? Let's do this one. Exobalm, which almost all of our people are on Exobalm. It's Exosome. Let me go through something with you here. Exobalm, you see the product in here. This is the hair formula, but the Exobalm is the face formula, same thing. What's unique about this product is it has lyophilized plant rose stem cell exosomes in it. And you mix them up and you get the lyophilized form. So when you open this up, check this out. We refrigerate it only after use, okay? But what you're going to get is this little package here. These are lyophilized, means they're freeze-dried exosomes. They're active. When you take the product out from the package, it's going to look like this in the carton. Okay, here you have it here. That's what it's going to look like. When you open this product up, some people go, hey, it's half full. Well, that's because you got to mix the lyophilized exosomes to make it fresh. And we always want fresh. And to get something like this is next level. So when you open it up, it's half full. That's very normal. You take this and it comes with a mixing stick in here. And there's your clean mixing stick. You open up the lyophilized exosomes. You place it in here and you mix it up with that stick. That's going to look half full. But it has the exact amount that should be in there in it. So that is, you might be new to some of you. This is what it looks like. That's a hair formula. I've been testing using this for a couple of years. I still have hair, thank goodness. But this is very similar to the face formula, and it's exactly how that works. So there's different ones. You will see the odd one we had on Amazon the other day. Not the same product, fake low concentration, and some of them aren't even real. So just be super careful always with these, like spicules and everything. Yes, profound device for face fat killing, but always use a legitimate product. Okay, should we go to the giveaway while we have people here? So I have Spicule Nourishing Cream. How do I put it together and get it ready to use? So it comes in the package, okay, and it'll come like this. There'll be a top. I just fell off, but there's a top on here. You pull the top off here and you unlock it. We could come over here. You unlock it right here. You take this and it twists. Lock, unlock. It's a little firm. There you go, unlock. So you got to unlock the top and take the, you can come back to me. So there's the unlock mechanism right there. And you take the top off here and it's ready to go. Now, after you use, it's all gone in the box. I love their packaging. I want to take some of their, steal some of how they package this for myself. You're going to get a refill with this product. It's over here. How do you put that in? Well, it's a screw mechanism. So when you're done of it, you unscrew this. That comes off. And then you're going to unscrew this. That comes off. And then you're going to add take the new one and you're going to screw it back in like that. And you're going to screw this back on like that. Okay. So that screws back on and you're ready to go. So remember to unlock it and take the tip off and you're ready to go. But that is the cream. That's one of my favorites. Okay. We're giving away on the top. Claudia will tell me, I want to say it exactly how you want me to say it. I see the product, but say what you want coming out of the AI. Verbatim. So let's get to the giveaway. I think that's where we're going to now. But Claudia is going to type to the top of here exactly how they want it, because I want to get this right. I want to say it right. Okay. So we're giving away 25 exobombs, and that's a value of $4,000. Great. People love exobomb. It's plant stem cell exosomes. And it's not human derived, but they're very anti-inflammatory. And this is a great priming product before microneedling, after your LED mask, and before your treatments. And you can start like a week before. If you haven't watched my exobomb video, I also interviewed Dr. Byung Choi, and there's 62 articles, published peer-reviewed articles on this stuff. It's amazing. Stem cell exosomes. Okay. So we're giving away 25 exobomb and 1 halo. We added the halo because we got the 600 likes in there. And the 25 exobombs we're giving away. And we really appreciate all of your likes. Remember, as we're growing, we're going to give away more, and you want to share it with your friends because it doubles the chance that you get something. You can make a deal with your friend. I'll let you in on this, but you got to give me your giveaway. However you guys want to do it. Okay, so you guys have the text line here. Text the word WIN, W-I-N, to the number. Here's the number, 541. This is for the giveaway. Text WIN, W-I-N, to 541-287-7384. And it's scrolling down the bottom right now. Okay, and that's going to be open till when? You guys say, when can you do this till? Midnight Monday. Midnight Monday, Los Angeles time. We're on PDT right now. PDT, not PST. So that's Los Angeles time. It'll be open. You can do this. You don't have to rush away. You don't have to get it done today. You have till Monday night, Los Angeles time, to get this done. And the winners are going to be notified by end of day Friday. So that's Friday this week coming. So we notify everyone. A lot of you in the comments under the videos have told me, hey, I won. We're stoked that you guys win. We want to give a lot of stuff away. And the entry is open. There you go, till Monday LA time. The next live stream, which is super important, is going to be on the 30th at 5 p.m. LA time. So 5 p.m. Thursday. Is that Thursday? It's July 30th. What day of the week is that? Put up top. Whatever it is, it's July 30th, 30, 5 p.m. LA time. It's probably a weekday because we're doing it 5 p.m., but I don't know. July 30th. Maybe Claudia will put what day it is there so people know the day. So that, and I'll answer a couple questions after this so you can stay. But July 30th, 5 p.m. LA time, and Claudia's going to let me know what day of the week that is. But we want to see you there. And the comments under the videos that you're seeing are very important because those are what we do on the live stream. The live streams aren't about me or what I want to do. It's about what we think that you guys need. Yeah, it's a Thursday. Okay, so that's on Thursday, July 30th, 5 p.m. So we'll do a Thursday. We like to do weekends and then some weekdays, but we like to hear from you what day of the week works best. So that's what we have today. All good, everyone good. You see everything up here. We'll have the video afterwards. Send it to your friends. It'll be up, saved on the website under the tab live. So people can watch it. If you've only watched half of it, you didn't get to watch the whole thing, go back and watch this and still put under the comments so we know what you want to see. That's a great question. Why is it not available in certain countries? Certain countries like Canada, which I'm from, I love Canada, they're very highly regulated and you cannot do. The countries do not allow giveaways and things like that. So as much as I love Canada, I don't love that about it. And it's the same reason why some countries, there's duties and the border is a 2-week delay to get anything through the border. Big problems in these countries. So it is what it is. I wish I could change it. Remember, shipping is what it is. Duties are, we make no money off that stuff. It's all about whatever country you're in, but we do the best we can. And our customer service and the team that was here today, obviously really thank them. So I'll see you on the next live stream and give me your questions. These live streams are all about you. I'll bring people on if you want certain people. We had Sohi today from Spicules because he had so many questions. If you want to know more about XTherma, we'll bring people on. Thermage, Ulthera, whatever you want. Make it an amazing week. Make it the best week ever. Work hard, play hard, and I will see you on the next one. More videos coming. Have a good one.